What's up, birches? Today we're gonna do a Pantry fancy crab cake. And that being said, let's get to it. I got everything prepped here. I got 3 cans of crab meat. I drained out the liquid, which I do have reserved over here. I don't know if I'm gonna need it. So we're gonna do that. And then I have 1 bunch of parsley, 1 bunch of cilantro, because we're gonna go heavy on the herbs. The crab is not the main focus. The crab is just a filler. We're also gonna put in the whites of green onion, as well as the greens of some green onions, the green parts of green onion. There we go. And then we're gonna add a little bit of red pepper. Just regular bell pepper, nothing special. I mean, it's very special, of course. We're gonna mix that all together a little bit. We're just gonna kind of incorporate it before we add the rest of our ingredients. Oh shit, you know what I don't have? Can you hand me the, underneath there, there should be a box of salt. Like, open this second. Yeah, there it is. Thank you. There we go. Fill this one. While I'm thinking about it, I almost forgot to salt it all. Lower than I expected. Okay. So from there, we're gonna do some seasoning. We're gonna do some good salt, some nice sea salt. Then we're gonna do a little bit of thyme. I don't do measurements. I just go with how my soul feels. A little bit of cayenne pepper, just a touch, unless you like it super spicy. I'm gonna put a little bit more in. We're gonna add some garlic. I do jarred garlic because I'm lazy. And we're gonna add some dill. And garlic powder. And keep stirring. Okay, so now I'm gonna add some moisture. Gonna add a little bit of Greek yogurt instead of mayonnaise, because we're trying to be a little bit healthy here. And at this point, if it gets a little bit too loose, you're still gonna be adding egg to this, so it might get a little bit loose. You can add more breadcrumb when you add breadcrumb. That's why I try and like to do all the liquid kind of stuff in, bring it all together with the seasonings. And if you need to break it up or thicken it up, you can add more or less of the breadcrumbs or liquids. Or I guess you can't add less, but you can add more liquids or breadcrumbs. Okay, so we got all of that stuff incorporated. We're gonna now add our breadcrumbs. Our eggs and our breadcrumbs are going to be what bind the crab cakes together. Those breadcrumbs are going to absorb what moisture we have in there, and then if needed we might even add a little bit more, which I'm thinking we might add a little bit of this crab juice, but some red wine or some white wine as well, because I think that will give it a really nice flavor. we're just trying to get it to the right consistency where it can make little cakes. You want it to form patties when you squish it together. It might be a little bit crumbly, but we're gonna work with it. I'm gonna add a little bit of white wine. The alcohol will cook off, but that flavor will remain. A little bit more, because I'm horrible at, gauging things. Oh, I almost forgot. Lemon juice. Woo. All right. Now we're on a roll. So now I got my cast iron here. I had it really high, but I had to turn it down. But now we're gonna add a bunch of butter to it. Nothing better than butter. We should probably get the ventilation system going. Yep, I'm using a shit ton of butter. And then we're going to scoop it like we're doing some like cookie dough kind of things. We're going to do some like tablespoon kind of things like that, kind of like we're doing meatballs. We just do it really, really light. We're going to pop it in. We're going to do little balls little balls first, and then we will smush them down a little bit as they start to fry. Okay, so I don't think that the Greek yogurt is enough to bind the cakes together, because if you, cameraman, come over here, you can come see my little cakes over here. They're not holding together very well. They're just kind of becoming crumbly. So I added, go ahead and come back over here, cameraman. I added a couple dollops of avocado oil mayonnaise. So I am going to see if that makes a difference in how the patties are formed, which it already looks like it's making a difference actually. But yeah, so. Okay, so the cakes with just the Greek yogurt came out very crumbly, so we're gonna put that into a filling of some sort. It's still perfectly good to eat, it's just not coming out in the patties. So I added a little bit of the mayo, and now we're going to figure it out. Put that back on. We're going to put our, we're going to do butter and olive oil this time. We're going to kind of do both. Not kind of, we are. And also, my stove is lopsided, so. All right. That didn't work either, so we're just making more ground crab filling. Alright, well that didn't work, but that's okay. We're still going to use this. We're still going to be able to eat this. It's actually super delicious. We've been snacking on the other batch as these patties were cooking. But when I tried to flip them, even though they were super brown on the bottom and they all fell apart. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know why it happened, but we're still going to eat it and we're still going to have a delicious dinner.